Welcome, 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 welcome. You and I tune in with Eyesonpodium podcast. I'm here with my bros, Coach Chris, and Henny for President.
Nice. If
He,
Trump could do it, I could too.
yep. So he is our Black Lincoln.
Mm, I don't know about that.
You gotta turn to the side.
Tryna speak more.
I don't read no comments. I don't care what they say. Time and place, we can talk about it. Last night I was wildin'. Made 2K over 2K. It's a new day and I'm back to problem. Bank account be crowded. By next June, need 5 rooms, soundproof. Watch them doubt it. Hey, they try to talk me out of it. I done wasted some greatness just sitting there trying to think about it. I go jump my ring, give all of my homies rollies. I'm a hot pick, rolling with me, gon' be low-key. Best believe it's more of us, but today I'm dolly. Grab me by the hand, damn, she don't even know me. Open hit the corner for the 3, nobody noticed them. Catch me out in traffic, keep it curry when I'm closing up. No one should be talking, eyes on podium. No one should be talking, keep your eyes on the podium. Yeah. No one should be talking, eyes on podium. Yeah, look, open hit the corner for the 3, nobody noticed. Catch me out in traffic, keep it curry when I'm closing up. No one should be talking, keep your eyes on the podium. No one should be talking, yeah, eyes on podium. Triple doubles in my sleeve, got protection over me. I don't always gotta speak, but I always gotta speak. Going slow is not for me. Ain't nobody holding me. Triple doubles in my sleeve. Got protection over me. I don't always gotta speak, but I always gotta speak. Going slow is not for me. Ain't nobody holding me. Open at the corner for the 3. Nobody noticed it. Catch me out in traffic. Keep it curry when I'm closing. Yeah. No one should be talking. Keep your eyes on it. Yeah. No one should be talking. Yeah.
We here at the end of the year.
Yep.
2 best teams in the NBA this year are facing off in the finals. Dallas Mavericks versus the Boston Celtics. Boston's been here last time, 2022. They lost to the Warriors. And now the Mavericks is here. The last time the Mavericks been to the finals was 2011 when they beat LeBron James, Heat. LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh's Heat. There's a lot of storylines in this finals. The first one we're gonna start with is who's the X factor? Who's the guy on each team that player has to play well for their team to take game 1, and to possibly take the series. The thing about the finals is that every game changes, especially in the playoffs, but especially in the finals, it can really swing from game to game. So, Chris, I'm a lob you first. Pause.
I mean, so for Boston, I think the X factor is their superstar Jason Tatum. I feel like he has to get off to a good start. He has to be able to play both sides. He has to play well on both sides of the ball. He has to make it difficult for his matchup. I'm gonna assume his matchup will be. Well, no, I don't even think his matchup is gonna be Luka.
Tatum?
I don't know.
No, he's not guarding Luka.
Yeah. So
he's not their
right.
best defender.
Which means that he's going to have to show up offensively. He's gonna have to show up at a high level. I think the others for the Celtics will pretty much show up, but I think he has to shoot the ball well. He has to shoot the ball well. I think if he starts off slow, I think they'll fall behind.
All right.
For Boston,
No, just for
for
Boston.
the
No,
Mavs.
don't go to Mavs yet. Don't go to Mavs. Just stay with
Oh,
Boston.
just for Boston.
Let's stay
Okay.
with Boston. We'll stay with Boston. So you got JT,
Yeah.
best player on their team supposedly. Henny, who do you feel like is Boston's X factor here for this series?
Absolutely has to be Jason Tatum.
Wow.
Right now, between the two, Luka is the best player on that court. And if Boston wants to really take over this game, Jason Tatum has to be the best player on that court himself. He's in the prime position to be the best player on that court. He has all the skill, the attributes, everything you need, and a great team around him to be the best player. He has to take over, especially in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. He needs to be the best player, and he has to be the X factor of that team.
I'm gonna go with Derek White. I feel like Derek White is the X factor. I feel like Boston doesn't need Jason Tatum to be great to win any series in these playoffs. And I'm not just saying that because they cruise to the finals. They're really deep, right? And they deep in like high quality players. Derek White, he's probably gonna be. I think him and Drew Holiday is gonna take turns on Luka and Kyrie. Jaylen Brown as well is gonna take turns. I think all three of them they're gonna throw at Luka and Kyrie. But I just felt like it's Derek White. I feel like he's probably their.
He's probably their best defender.
Not even like just one of the most impactful players on that team, right? Like he does everything, right? He does whatever the game needs to win, right? Like JT's gonna do JT. He might get you an 8 for 24 game sometime this series, and it's gonna piss everybody off. But they might end up winning because why? Derek White has 25, or Derek White has 10 rebounds. Derek White has 5 steals, right? Like Derek White has 8, and 10. Yeah. Like just weird stats. He just
Derek White, one of those players that you need.
He's one of those players that you need.
Some utility dog players. He's that.
So like, I totally get the Jason Tatum talk. But for me, I'm definitely going Derek White. And honestly, I don't feel like Jason Tatum is the best player on his team. I know people saying like, oh, he's the one that's getting doubled. I mean, they might play Jason Tatum straight up.
They might have to.
They might play him straight up. I mean, because he's the one with the most pressure.
He is. He is.
Right? I know this is the one who's the X factor in this NBA finals, but if we want to go most pressure, it's Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Tatum definitely has the most pressure. He's been here before. They are the favorites. They've been the favorites since the season started. Yeah. And they've lived up to the expectations this season. With their record, their production. And now they have to finish the job. There's a lot of pressure on him. Like an extreme amount of pressure.
Yeah.
I know he's only 26 years old, but this is his chance.
This is a chance to be the face of the NBA for sure.
Yeah. Like Henny said too, he has the team around him. They have every piece. Like they have size, they have depth, they have defenders, playmakers. At every position. So this is, and Porzingis is locked in for game 1.
Bro, if Jason Tatum
barring any setbacks, he's good for game 1.
If Jason Tatum lose, people don't want to say it, but if Jason Tatum lose, they gotta really think about making some changes in Beantown, because you're under the impression that you need Jason Tatum to win a championship. You still haven't won. He's been there, going on 7 years, 8 years. How long?
Interesting narrative.
So I mean, if they don't win this year, I'll run it back. They don't win next year, he gotta go. Because it doesn't make sense to have this big payroll. $200-300 million players.
For what? For nothing.
For what? Right? Like he's really a luxury. He's a huge luxury.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm not. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. But I like I said to you guys some time ago, months ago. I don't even know if I said this on a pod, but I really feel like Jason Tatum is that guy who's gonna be the LeBron of this generation by surprising everybody and jumping ship from a team to another team and going a championship run. But I don't think he's gonna be able to do that with Boston. And I just really think it's the way Boston is constructed without a point guard. If they're not able to win here.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
So
I've been saying this for what, three
I'm
years?
saying Jason
but
Tatum.
they have a point guard though.
I mean, like a floor general
who's won a championship.
Yeah, but Drew's a defensive wizard, right? He's not a floor general. So when I say a point guard, that's what I mean. I mean the archetype. I'm not saying like not a good one. The archetype of a floor general is what I'm saying.
But Milwaukee won without a floor general. They won.
I'm talking about Jason Tatum though. I'm not saying like in general to win a championship. That's not what I'm saying.
You're saying that's what he needs?
Exactly. I think Jason Tatum doesn't need to be the initiator. He needs to be the finisher.
He needs somebody to set him up and put him in the spots. Because it's too many times where he doesn't touch the ball in the fourth. That's ridiculous. He doesn't hit his shots in the fourth. He's out of position in the fourth. A point guard, a person who can set him up will help him with that. Giannis, to what you said about Drew Holiday, Giannis, nobody's moving Giannis out the way and denying him the ball. He's going to get the rock and he's going to make a play. I don't see Tatum doing that enough.
We're going to see, though. For Dallas, my X factor is P.J. Washington. The 3-and-D corner guy who's always in the right spot. Because I feel like Kyrie's unguardable, Luka's unguardable. It's going to come down to everybody else. So my X factor for Dallas is P.J. Washington. If he plays well, because he makes timely shots. Right? So he may have 12, but those timely 12. Right? He may go 3 for 5 or 2 for 5 from the 3-point line, but those 2 that he hit at the end of the quarter, at the end of the half, crucial. Crucial. And I love the fact that he was like literally on one of the worst teams last year to being in the NBA Finals 5 months. Like I love it.
Yeah.
I mean this year.
This year, exactly.
Yeah. You know how your hopes just change, like knowing that you're leaving work early again. Get traded. Now I'm about to be here a little bit. I'm about to get a taste of the playoffs.
That's went from a bottom 3 team in the in the conference to the NBA Finals.
Shout out to Kyle Kuzma.
Shout out to Kyle Kuzma.
Shout out to Kyle Kuzma.
Couldn't have done this without you.
Go ahead, Henny.
I got Derrick Jones Jr. and I say that because he has his hands full. He is going to be the defensive assignment for Tatum, for Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
Those whoever's having a night, he's going to be on them. He has to lock in and sit in that corner and hit his open shots. And he can definitely be the X factor because he has to make a difference on offense and he has to make a difference on defense.
I like that. I like Derrick. I don't want to. He's another player too. He's one of those other players that are a winning player. When he played with Chicago, he played with Miami. Where else did he go? Where else did he play? He played at
Ives Bell said, "Let's be honest. The Celtics cruised through the whole Eastern Conference with all the injuries. This series, they have to really work. That's another thing too. This might be the first team besides the Pacers' first 2 games that they have to see healthy.
I'm not. True. These two teams are actually the healthiest teams in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, Luka dealt with a lot of injuries. I ain't gonna lie. Luka was beat up, and and this week off,
Max
they got
Keebler, and
Maxi's
Derek
back.
Lively.
OKC was pretty healthy too.
OKC was pretty healthy.
Yeah, they were
pretty healthy, and they weren't banged up.
And SGA did load manage towards the end of the season.
They were healthy. They were fresh.
Yeah. They just don't got no bigs. Who's your X factor on Dallas, Chris?
I have two. Just so you're saying, the two bigs, Gafford and Lively. I just think as effective as they can be, as engaged as they can be, and you know that Luka is going to get them engaged, but I think with Gafford's finishing, high efficient finishing abilities, if he could get their bigs in foul trouble, they don't have much depth at that position after those two. You know, with Porzingis and Horford.
So
I think
you'll take that combo over Porzingis and Horford, Lively and Gafford?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if they could outplay their bigs, I think they could. I think Dallas has an even better chance because again, like you said earlier, you know what you're gonna get from Kyrie and Luka.
Yeah.
Right. We already know they're unstoppable. Two of the most skilled, or probably the most skilled players in the NBA.
Yeah.
Right now. Right. So it's gonna come down. I feel like, and then you're gonna have your matchups, right? So those two are basically battling 4 guys. So I feel like Luka and Kyrie are battling White, Brown, Tatum, and Holiday. They're battling those 4. So then I feel like it comes down to those bigs, Horford and Porzingis, Lively and Gafford. I feel like it's gonna come down, and PJ. You could throw PJ in there too. It's gonna come down to those guys outplaying them. Again with the others.
So let me ask you a question.
They're gonna have to outplay their bigs.
How Kristaps Porzingis coming back, right? He's coming back.
It'll be hard. I don't think it's gonna be an easy thing to do.
What is it gonna? What is his like? How good is he gonna be? How good does Porzingis have to be percentage wise, health wise for the Boston Celtics to win the series?
He has to rim protect and he has to knock down threes. He has to be able to stretch the floor in that dangerous way that he can. Being 7, what is he? 7'2",
3, 4,
7'3", 4. Being able to basically just catch the ball and shoot over anyone. That is when the Celtics become unstoppable. When he has it going and he is rim protecting and he's knocking down threes, that is when they are at their best, and that is what literally takes them to that next level. Right? The Celtics are unbeatable when he's playing well.
Right.
Like that's how I feel.
HB did say that, like it's not Porzingis. Porzingis is an amazing player. You said it. Is he gonna stay healthy? And obviously he's been in and out of the lineup because of his health. And you're right, Chris. He just has to do all those things. He has to rim protect. He has to hit the open 3, and everybody else gets open. Derek White starts to get open. Drew Holiday starts posting up guards. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown start shooting and getting their way in the lane, and this team is just.
So if he's at 60-70%, they still win.
I don't know.
Yeah,
he needs to be like more 80, 90.
80, 90?
But Henny just said it best. Porzingis being able to take their bigs, especially Gafford, away from the rim, and him being that complete threat on the 3-point lines opens up so much for Boston. Opens up driving lanes for Tatum and Brown. Right? Opens up again, Drew Holiday posting up. Putting guards in the post.
They got it. They have to take advantage of Kyrie on the post.
Yeah.
They got to. And I'm not saying Kyrie is a slouch, but you got to take advantage of your matchups.
Yeah, give credit to Luca and Kyrie. They both been playing solid defense, above average defense lately in the playoffs. Not saying
Yeah,
they're going out there stopping.
absolutely.
Yeah, but they're not getting cooked.
And
They're not getting
you
cooked.
saw how much Kyrie sacrificed last series.
Yep.
Against the OKC series on defense.
Mhm.
He exerted so much energy on defense because he knew that's what it was going to take for them to be able to go on to the next round,
Right.
which affected his scoring,
Mhm.
but they still came out on top because of the defensive efforts.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Sacrifice.
you just muted yourself, I think.
Hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the growth and the sacrifice it takes to get
Yeah.
over that hump. Like that's really buying into what it really takes, and what's important. And Kyrie saw it. He was like, for the series, like I gotta buy in on the defensive end. Like I gotta
Yeah.
give it 110%, and he did that. Him averaging 16 points, and they still got past OKC.
That was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was tough.
that says a lot.
So, Henny, who you got game one?
I definitely got Boston. I think they're super fresh. They rested. KP is rested. They know what's at stake, and I think they're going to make a statement the first game. I honestly think it's going to be a blowout.
It's gonna be a blowout?
They're going to sit by the third.
Boston?
Yeah, Boston's going to be sitting by the third.
I don't want to ask you who you got in the series because it may change by game 3. And look, I'm not holding nothing. I'm not holding none of y'all to any of y'all finals predictions because it could change. And I think, you know what I'm saying, when facts change, opinions should change too. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all rock. We'll wait. We'll see. We'll wait until game 4 before we make a. You know what I mean? Unless it's 3-1, and obviously, unless they got LeBron, somebody got LeBron. But he's not in the playoffs right now.
You good? Hold on. Let's pause because I seen Chris rolling his eyes.
He's not in the playoffs right now, so we don't got to worry about that.
He's home. Something you want to say?
Hoping that wishing that he had Kyrie.
Oh, he actually did say that on his He didn't cry.
I need more help. I need more help.
He didn't cry.
Anyways, I'm talking about Dallas. Like, I don't
understand. You could always bring it back to LeBron. You always, any situation, you can bring it back to LeBron.
Oh my gosh,
sick man.
What's your
game one? I have it really tight. I think Boston wins. I think Boston takes game 1. Not in a dominant fashion. I think Boston starts strong.
Yeah.
And Dallas makes a run. I think they make it competitive. But I think Boston, closes out game 1.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go. I think Dallas wins this. Boston is not that good at home.
Dallas, interesting.
Yeah, Boston is not good at home. I think Luka goes into the Garden. They're gonna be going crazy against on Kyrie. I think he's gonna go crazy just because they turn it up on Kyrie. So, and the thing about Boston, I don't know. It's like they just don't play well at home. I don't know if it's just the fans, the pressure, the banners. I don't know what it is, but they don't play well at home. So I got Luka going in there, taking game 1, and spinning this on his head. But that doesn't mean that I got Luka winning the series. But I do got Luka winning game 1. Dallas Mavs, for sure. Anything else in the National Basketball Association that's been crazy? Shout out to Monica McNutt.
Shout out to Monica McNutt.
If you know, you know. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. Get on Twitter or X.
I have something interesting.
What?
So, JJ Redick is the front runner for the Lakers to hire. as their head coach.
I don't like it for JJ.
How do we feel about that?
I don't like it for JJ. I don't like it for JJ, bro.
I'm gonna have to agree because they go sub 500.
He's getting fired.
This is just too much control from LeBron.
What you mean?
Oh
He did not hire him. He didn't hire him. He has no say. He said that. He has no say. If he come out and say
that, you believe
if he comes out and says
a podcast together, you really think that if you was playing and they hired me to coach, you really think that you ain't have nothing to do with it? Out my face.
No correlation. He has no correlation.
Oh my God.
He said if LeBron came out and said I picked the coach, y'all would believe him. But if he says he doesn't, he's lying. He has no say. He has no say. Look, all I will say is I do hate it because I think JJ Redick might be one of those Steve Kerr type of coaches. I've watched him and LeBron's podcast. The way he knows the X and O's is amazing. I would love to see what his playbook as a head coach would look like. I just can't. I wish it was a different team. That's it. I wish it wasn't LeBron.
I agree with you. That I feel like he's like a Steve Kerr kind of coach, but he didn't make a Steve Kerr decision.
Yeah.
Right. I would have went to go coach. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what team, but not the Lakers.
The openings. Yeah.
Like they just fire coaches. That's what they do. They just fire coaches.
Yeah.
They fired Darvin Ham. My man was in the Western Conference Final last season.
Don't make no sense.
And then he lost to the same team twice, and they fired him. I don't know.
And had to lead in every game.
I would have liked the Cavs maybe. The Cavs for.
I was gonna say that. I like the Cavs. I feel like he should have went with the Cavs, but who wants to live in Cleveland?
Yeah, he wants the spotlight.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't, or Orlando. But Jamal Mosley's doing a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
what is doing a great job in the NBA?
Making it to the playoffs after not making it a year before.
Well, we've seen it. Seen coaches get fired for it.
Yeah.
Lakers ring or bust now.
Yep.
Let's see how he deals with that.
We went through a whole pod and we didn't bring up your Knicks, Henny. So let's do it before we get off. You got anything to say?
Nope. This is not about the Knicks. We're going to let them rest.
Let them rest.
Bye.
Chris?
Let's go Knicks.
Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all coming through. Let's go Knicks.
I don't read no comments. I don't care what they say. Time and place, we can talk about it. Last night I was wildin'. Made 2K over 2K. It's a new day and I'm back to problem. Bank account be crowded. By next June, need 5 rooms, soundproof. Watch them doubt it. Hey, they try to talk me out of it. I done wasted some greatness just sitting there trying to think about it.